Hello traders, this is Jeffrey with Ninjacators, and I'd like to welcome you to the Ninjacator Forex Strategy Series. I'm going to share 5 different Forex trading strategies over the next 5 days that will save you time hunting for trades and are all going to be simple and easy so you can get started in the Forex markets today. All you have to do is add these Ninjacator indicator tools and use any of these simple strategies for an edge when you're trading. Whether you're new to trading, doing this for evaluation in a prop firm, or if you're already experienced, these simple Forex strategies can make you a more profitable trader. So today, we're going to jump right in with the first strategy, and it uses the Ninjacator Supply and Demand Trader Indicator. The Supply and Demand Trader marks zones of extreme supply or demand that the big institutions like banks, hedge funds, and portfolio managers enter throughout the day. Because markets typically move when substantial buying or selling occurs, if we know where these big institutional buyers and sellers are stepping in, we can follow their trade activity. At a supply zone, aggressive sellers are actively stepping in and the price gets driven down. At a demand zone, aggressive buyers are stepping in and price is driven up. The indicator has sophisticated algorithms that recognize volume, blocks of volume, and order flow activity, and it plots these zones for you in real time. There are 4 different zone plotting intensities, so the amount of nearby zones and the anticipated trade profit and duration can be selected based on your own goals and risk tolerance. The best part is there's even an auto entry function that will automatically enter you into a trade once a zone gets touched. Now, let's go ahead and set up a chart and lay out the strategy. Alrighty, now first we will go ahead and open a 5-minute chart. Here we've got the euro dollar, and let's get this little tool down here, okay? And next, we're going to mark previous levels of support and resistance going back a couple weeks. So get your chart open, go ahead and drag this down so you get as much data on the screen as you can. And then I like to use this little range tool right over here, and we're going to just quickly mark areas where price has come back and hit again and again. Those are typically going to be areas that price is going to return to. They're typically going to be peaks, highs, and lows in the market, just like that. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and add the supply and demand trader indicator. We'll select our indicators, and we've already got it loaded on here, and I'm just going to make it visible. And you can see and select your own colors. There are 4 different modes as mentioned, but you don't have to select it here, or whatever you select here, you can change because there'll be a button right on the chart. Let's go ahead and click OK. And you can see the zones immediately load. Okay, now as you can see, when price moves to a zone and it coincides with a supply and demand trader zone, we look to take a reversal trade. You're going to place your stop a couple of ticks outside the zone. So if we jumped in over here, we'd put our stop down here. And depending on the number of contracts you're entering, we're going to place our take profits a few ticks right inside the next zone, the one after, and so on and so forth. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of trades. All right, here we've got a euro dollar 5-minute chart. We've marked our zones already, and we look at price moving up to a zone right at an area that coincides with a supply and demand trader zone. So we'll go ahead and put a sell limit right at this edge. If we touch it, we're looking for a reversal down to the next zone and potentially further. Let's go ahead and see how it plays out. And there we're in, and I've got 3 lots on, and we're going to look to see it move down. Move my stop just outside of the zone, hit our first target, and we'll go ahead and move our stop to break even and lock some profits in. Okay, after we're at break even, we'll go ahead and move down and see if we can catch that second target. Just bring it inside that zone just formed, so we'll pull that target up a little bit in case it just touches, and we're good. And as we continue to watch this play out, we actually get later into the afternoon, and if we want to make sure that we close out by the end of the day, as we're getting into the 4 p.m. New York session, we might just go ahead and close this trade out. So that was a quick $500 Forex trade using the supply and demand trader. Let's go ahead and take a look at another. Okay, let's pull this one over. So same thing, we've been watching this go long. We've got an area that support, resistance that we've hit a few times, and we know that we are in a supply zone. Lots of sellers in this area, so we're choosing this area for it to go ahead and reverse. Let's go ahead and see how we play out. We'll wait for it to come up for trade location because I want to put my stop right on the other side there. And you can see how the real-time supply and demand trader kind of fine-tune things as we move through. When zones are no longer active, when they get breached, they disappear. So we're in this trade. We've got our stop a few ticks outside of that zone, and we're in for 3 lots again. And we're going to go ahead and see how we play out. And that's our first target. Move down to break even with our stop loss. And let's lock some profits in as well. Hit our second, and we're right at another about $400 or $500 for a second trade. So it's as simple as that, traders. Let me go ahead and get this down again so that you can mark down the simple things to add. That's all there is to it. If you like this simple Forex strategy, be sure and hit the subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you get all my Forex strategies. And if you want to get this and many more indicator tools from Ninjacators, then click on the link in the description. Join our Indicator of the Month Club, and you're going to get a new indicator every month absolutely free. Good trading, and we'll see you the next time.